G'day guys, welcome back to another Cooking with Chrissy Boy. Today we're going to be cooking up this huge ornate crayfish that I grabbed out of the reef a few days ago. So we're going to cook it up on the fire with potato salad. The lovely Angela is going to be my assistant today, and we're going to try a little bit of a different filming method. I'm going to wear you on my head so you get a bit of a FPV view. Let's get cracking into it. Okay, so hopefully you can see what I'm seeing. This is the ornate crayfish which I grabbed off the rocks. It's about a 3 kilo cray, so this is pretty big. Even for an ornate cray, they do get older and larger, but this is, yeah, pretty good size. I had to snip the antlers off, which came right out here, just to fit it in the freezer. So it has been in the freezer a few days, and we've just started defrosting it here. Lost a couple of legs. Pretty amazing looking creature. It's even got little like polyps growing off it, little like oyster polyps. Got these big horns here, beautiful colors. I'm going to cut its legs off to get that right out of the way. And then we'll be cooking those up separately on the fire and trying to get the meat out of these legs here. So I'm going to chop it right down the middle with this knife here, which is not big enough, but we'll see what we can do. So I'm just going to grab those scissors. There we go. Okay, so the old garden snips. Alright, so now time to put those legs aside, lay it down, and we're going to start to chop through the cray. Hopefully you guys can see this. Is incredibly hard, so I'm going to try using the snips. Okay, getting there. Bit of a brutal job. Chop through that carapace. So sometimes people just pull the tail out, but there is a lot of meat in the head which I would like to get. So that's why I'm not doing that today. All right, we're getting there, guys. Like, look at all that meat. Huge. All right, almost there. And there we go. All right. So hopefully you can see that that's what we're dealing with inside a huge crayfish. Also known as a rock lobster in other parts of the world. But it is not your typical lobster with the huge nippers. This doesn't actually have claws. It's just got little feet. Now this is called the roe. You don't want to be eating that, so I'll be getting rid of that, or as much of it as I can. It usually comes out pretty easy, as you can see. So get rid of all that stuff there. That we do not want to eat. Okay. Most of that row's out now. Side's pretty good. Do the old swapperoo. It's not the end of the world if you eat it, but it doesn't taste as good. Okay, so I've got some salt water around here. Sorry for the wind. I'm just gonna dump it. Alright. Flies are getting hungry. So washing this crayfish in salt water is the way to go. Don't want to wash it in fresh water. Alrighty. Alright, now shift that to the side. We want to get some garlic. Alright, so didn't want to do FPS cam the entire time, it might make you a bit nauseous. So just chopping up some of that fresh garlic, and I'm just inserting that along the tail and in around where the head was. So as you see, a few pieces of garlic all through, so we can infuse with that nice flavour as it cooks on the fire. Fighting off the old flies here, that's pretty normal for this part of the world. Alrighty, so now we've got the garlic in the crayfish. The wind's really picked up, so hopefully you can still hear me. But we're just going to put a little bit of oil now. Just your standard olive oil on the cray. And we're also going to cut a lemon. Put some lemon juice on there as well. Awesome, look at that. Okay, so follow me, Ange. Alright. And straight on the fire. I'm going to cook it in its own juices. Look at that.
Alright, so while Chris is in charge of cooking the fish and crayfish in general, I'm the one usually making the side. So most of the time we have cooked rice, which is like really boring. So we tried the past weeks to get a bit more creative and have like more vibrant fresh salads, and mostly based with rice. So I decided to change it up a little bit this time. I pre-boiled some potatoes earlier that I put in the fridge. And today I'm gonna add some tomatoes, some capsicum, some cucumber and some avocado, lots of dried spices and some salt. Usually I've got as well some fresh herbs, but this time I actually forgot about it. I would have added maybe some basil on this one, but yeah, we'll see how we go.
Alright, check on the cray. Look at that. Cooking in its own juices really nicely. A little bit of sand. Garlic's trying to pop out. Okay, that looks almost perfect. Tiny bit longer and we'll pull them off the fire. Tiny little bit of sand because the wind picked up, but pretty perfect.
And this is the spread.
Wow. Time to dig in. Yum.
So it may not look very classy and we might eat it with our hands. Oh.
Oh, it's amazing. Oh, what a huge meal. Thanks for tuning in to another Cooking with Chrissy Boy, guys. It's very windy now and the flies are everywhere. We're gonna try and enjoy our meal, which is huge. We'll probably be able to save some for tomorrow's lunch as well. Turned out really, really good. I'll be trying that salad in a little bit and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.